All right, so in this video, I am going to go over one of the first things you do when you join high level. So when you go into high level, there's an area called brand boards, and what it does is it allows you to enter in your company's information. And here's the thing about brand. This is why it's so important to get this right when you do this. The brand boards, the way that they're used with the platform with Go High Level is that they're fed into the AI, and the AIs on their platform that generate your copy, your voice AIs, your descriptions, your everything that you generate from AI, it's fed that context about your business. And if you don't get that right, the brand voice and the brand vision that's coming from Go High Level is not going to match what you want, what your actual brand is. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to do a comparison between the automations that Go High Level gives you out of the box, which is basically a scrape. So you let me share my screen here. Okay, so it gives you the ability to enter in your URL and or pick some, out of the box templates that they have. But you can enter your URL and then it'll basically go in, it'll do a scrape, and it'll pull out the information that it gets from that scrape. Right. So that's the brand kit, and here's the brand voice, and it basically does the same thing. So you can give it, import from your website, or you can describe it here. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to show you how to make this a lot more thorough, a lot more detailed, and a lot more fitted to what your company actually is. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to use Claude attached to Scalogy. So on the back end, I've already connected the platform Scalogy to Go High Level. And I fed Claude a prompt and I said, I want you to look at my website. I want you to look at my apps. I want you to look up everything I've been doing. And I want you to interview me, take my brand voice, and take my brand kit. And I want you then to put that into high level as my voice and my kit. So this way, when the AIs or anything I'm doing on the platform uses that information, it's getting accurate, consistent brand voice and brand kits that I use uh, throughout my business. So the first thing I did is I asked it to go ahead and give me just interview me, right? So the first question it asked me is, who's the primary reader of Scalogy's marketing copy? So this is mostly going to be owners and founders. All right. Pick the voice register that feels most Scalogy to you. Button up professional? Nope. Confident and punchy? Yep. Playful casual? I say confident and punchy. Okay. What should the voice prioritize most? Authority, expertise, warm empathy, urgency, momentum, wit, personality. I think authority is my lane for now. Okay, so it's going to do its thing, and on the back end, um, this Go High Level has an API that allows it to talk to Scalogy. Claude interacts with Scalogy through a different thing called an MCP, a model context protocol. And so you can see here that it's connected. Scalogy is connected to Claude. So Claude talks to Scalogy. Scalogy then talks to Go High Level. Why do I do that? A couple of reasons. First reason is to keep the secrets and the API keys and all that stuff from leaking into the model's context. And the second reason is if I want to do anything custom, which I do all the time, and not out of the box like the brand voice and stuff that Go High Level gives you, then I'm able to do that on the fly just by prompting Claude. So which brand values feel most like Scalogy? Pragmatism, what works, not what's trendy, speed over perfection, ownership, your business, your decisions. Yeah. Compounding leverage, every input multiplies. That's true. I think that's good. Okay. Pain points for founders. If you are an owner of a business, you know that you wear too many hats. You pay too much for tools. Um, yep. Marketing feels like guesswork sometimes. I think that's good for now. What's Scalogy's main competitive frame versus CRM versus point tools, one stack, agencies, keep ownership, lose retainer, doing nothing, automating what you'd otherwise miss. That's my main thing. Just like this, you're going to just use the out of the box tools and you're going to miss an opportunity to really hone in on your brand voice. The brand voice. Now, I already inputted this when I did the initial brand voice. I just put in my um, my website, and it pulled out. I mean, it got the gist of what I'm doing, right? Got it. Small business overwhelmed by manual tasks, customer pain points, spending hours on lead follow up generation, blah blah blah. Okay, what does it say? Excellent. Voice name. Thank you very much. Okay, okay, okay. Call to action. Put a 20-minute call. Anything you want to rewrite, soften, sharpen, ops field. I'm not going to rewrite anything. I'm just going to say, you get it. Once you reply, I'll assemble a payload, load, and post. Post to go high level. So confident and punchy, short sentences, strong claims. We speak with authority. So if I go here, right, tone of voice, professional, helpful, reassuring. That's what I get out of the box from Go High Level. What I get from Claude is a more nuanced, more detailed, right? So when you're feeding this context to an AI, it's going to have a lot more to go on than just professional, helpful, reassuring. That can be interpreted a few different ways, and it's sort of generic, right? Target audience, SMB founders, CEOs running businesses. What does it have here? Let's see what the next one is. Customer pain points. Sorry, I missed it. Okay. Small business overall with manual tasks. All right. Here, SMB founders and CEOs running businesses that have outgrown spreadsheets and duct tape or too many hats. That's a much more detailed target audience and customer avatar. Pain points. 3 pain points compound. Wearing too many hats. Tool sprawl. Marketing that feels like guesswork. Okay. Pain points compared to this parsing thing. Spending hours on lead follow-up data. Okay. It's just, you can see it's just more thorough. Okay. So now it's shipping. All right. So the secret key has Go High Level in the back end. And just going through the technical stuff it needs. Okay, so it created it. So it says, let's refresh this and see if it shows up. There it is. Okay, so now we have a much more thorough brand voice, punchy, confident, S&P founders, brand, risk of inaction, right? So it's just giving you a lot more nuance and a lot more meat. When the AIs and everything that you're using inside of Go High Level, it's getting a lot better context. It's got a lot more nuance, so it's going to sound a lot more like you when it does its output. Okay, so that's how you do it. That's how you create a brand voice using Claude through Scalogy with Go High Level. There's so much more you can do with Go High Level through Scalogy and through Claude, where you don't have to sit there and create all this stuff. It's Go High Level's great, but it's just overwhelming. So if you want to learn more, just go to my YouTube channel or check out my group that has more education on this stuff. And yep, I'll talk to you later. Bye.